Very good evening, students. We are continuing with the same problem, Unit 6, that is Portfolio Evaluation and Performance. In that, we learned three different models, that is Sharpe Index, Trainar's Index, and Jensen's Index. So those problems were related to 5 or 10 marks, and right now we are going to deal with the 15 marks questions. And whenever we are talking with this 15 marks question, the Sharpe ratio is said as reward to variability ratio, or Trainar's ratio is said as reward to volatility ratio, and we have to calculate reward to variability ratio and volatility ratio in this 15 marks question. And I want you all people to continue the problem number from the last class which we have did. Okay, and let us solve the question. This, you are given the historical performance information on the capital market and mutual funds. See, understand the question very easily. He has given the information regarding the capital market. Capital market means it is a share market. He has given the complete information about this capital market, one side, and in the second side he has given the information related to mutual funds. You know that mutual fund is an investment done in pool of securities, not single securities. It is invested in different securities. So he has given the performance related to mutual fund, means the stocks, and the capital market, the entire market, right? Or we can say this as an index also. So there are informations are like this. Here he has given 10 years data over here, and he says mutual fund beta. Beta means to say that market risk. So every year the risk changes. For the first year it is 0.9, 0.95, 0.95. For every different year we have different betas over here, right? So that is given here, and please don't get confused with these things. These are almost similar, but there is a small changes. We have to observe that minute changes. Here it is a mutual fund beta, risk on the mutual fund, right? So this is one thing. The second thing is that market index return. Market index return means, index means it can be Sensex, it can be Nifty 50, Nifty Juniors, S&P 500, CNX. There are many different index. So he is speaking about the market performance. Market index means to say that it is about market performance, and if you invest in this entire market, it is going to give us a return. How much? Market return, market index return, it is given in the form of percentage. So if in case if you have invested in the first year in the entire market index, your investment would have gone to -3%, right? For second year the return would have been 1.5, for third year 18%, for fourth year it is 22%. Similarly, he has given the performance of the market index every year, how it is going to perform. This is what he has given. And the third thing, he says that mutual fund return. The mutual fund return is the investment done by an investor, and if you had invested in this mutual fund, what is the return as an investor he gets? That he says, if the market index is performing at -3%, your return is going to perform at -8.50, right? And if the market index is +1.50, the mutual fund return is going to be 4.00. If market index return is going to be 18% and the mutual fund return is going to be 14, so it has got some level of connection with the returns of mutual fund and market index. However the market index goes, the mutual fund return also follows like that only. So he has given the 10 years return if you had invested in the mutual fund. This is one thing. And return on government securities. Why government securities? And one thing you all people should know, that if in case if you have invested your money in government securities, your investment is going to be safe till the maturity period. Safe in the sense, here the mutual fund return or market index return is not guaranteed. say that if the market index is performing in a very good way, your investment will also perform in a very good way. If the market is not performing in good direction, your investment is also not going to be good, and the return what you get will be varied year by year or month by month or day by day, because it depends upon the market performance, and nobody is there to give security for your investment. But whereas in case of this government securities, your money is safe. Sometimes it will be controlled by Reserve Bank of India, sometimes it will be controlled by the state government or central government. It is not sometimes, it depends upon the asset you are going to invest, right? So if it is a state government bond, that is also risk free. If it is a central government bond, that is also risk free investment. If you are investing in bank deposits, FDs, that is also risk free. If you are going to invest your money in Indra Vikas Patra, Kisan Vikas Patra, or it is in the post office, it is all risk free, because whatever money you have invested and the agencies which is going to take care of your investment will assure you a return of amount of return, and that return will be promised and will be giving you same return till your maturity, because it does not affect with this market performance. And here the government is going to take care of your investment, please understand. And the government return or the government securities is going to be not too high. It is going to be a minimum percentage wherein which you are going to get. But one thing is for sure, that your investment is not going to be under loss. You can observe here it is a loss, here it is a good profit, here it is okay profit, here it is very less profit, and this is happening because it depends upon the market condition, and nobody is there to secure in your investment. But here the government is going to secure your investment, and it is going to give you a return as much as it is being promised. Year by year it changes. It depends upon the monetary policies framed by the Reserve Bank of India. Hence the return on government securities is minimal but almost similar. Now what we have to do? Calculate the risk adjusted return measures for the mutual fund. So for this mutual fund, if we are investing in this mutual fund, what is the rate of return we are going to get? That is what one thing he is going to ask us, and he is asking us to calculate the reward to variability ratio. Variability ratio means it is a sharp ratio or sharp performance index, whereas we are going to use the standard deviation approach over here. Reward to volatility ratio, this means to say that it is a trainer's ratio. Here we are going to use the beta approach, right? And we have to comment on the performance of mutual fund. We have to comment on both the different types of ratios. As in case of reward variability ratio, which stock is performing better, whether it is market index or mutual fund. And here we have to, as per the trainer's ratio, we have to comment as which stock is better for investment, either it is mutual fund return or market index return. Now let us move on to the solution. And before moving to the solution, you have to keep some things in your mind. This market index, please remember this market index. Sometimes it is given market index, or else sometimes he'll give directly as Sensex or Nifty 50, right? This market index, we are always going to consider it as X, right? X. And whereas this mutual fund return is always considered as Y, return on mutual fund. You should not forget this, because this is very important. If you change this alternatively, your entire answer is going to be varied and your entire problem is going to be wrong. X should always be market index, Y should always be mutual fund, and Z should always be your this government securities. I repeat, market index is X, mutual fund return is Y, and return on government securities is always Z. and here we have beta, and it is not quite difficult thing to remember. Beta is equal to mutual fund beta, so it is going to be mutual fund beta. So this is what he has given here. Let us solve the problem right now, and let us move further. And this is not that important, but still for the sake of your remembrance, I am writing it here. Okay, and now next step is, this is the very important step. X, I told you, it is written on market index, so it is market index. See, it is market index written is minus 3.0, 1.0, 1.5, 18. So this line market index return is being copied for X, minus 3.00, 1.50, 18.0, 22, and similarly I have written this for X, right? And you have 10 years data, so we are going to call this as N is equal to be 10, number of years is 10. Similarly X I have written it here, and Y, observe the Y, it is written on mutual fund. Written on mutual fund, I have already written it, minus 8.50, 4.00, 14. Please remember this line, written on mutual fund. I have taken it here, minus 8.50, 40, 14. I have written it as per the question. And next one is Z. Z means written on government securities. This one, written on government securities. 6.50, 6.50, 6.00. This line I am going to copy here. 6.50, 6.50, 60. And similarly I have taken the beta. Beta is given here. Beta is equal to mutual fund beta. 0.9, 0.95, 0.95. Similarly 0.90, 0.95, 0.95. I have copied it as it is. And next thing what you have to do is, you have to do X square. X square means this line, only this line we have to square it, right? Minus 3.00, minus into minus is plus, and it is going to be 9.00. For this, if you want, you can use the calculators. So you can observe this, minus into minus is plus, 3.00 into 3.00 is equal to 9. Okay, and next one is 1.50. 1.50 into 1.50 is equal to 2.25. 2.25. Similarly, third one is X square is 18. It is 18 into 18 equals 324. 324. Like this only we have to do it for all the variables of X, and if we are going to do for this, we are going to get the value. I have already done this, please note down. We are going to square this and write it over here. It is X square. Similarly, now we are going to do Y square. Minus 8.50 Y square, right? Please remember, minus into minus is plus. It is 8.50 into 8.50 equals 72.25. 72.25. And next one is 4 square, so that is 4 into 4 is 16. And similarly 14 square, 14 into 14 is 196. Please check it. Okay, 196. Similarly, for this entire Y, we have to do square over here, and that I have done it already here. Please check it. And now, once when you get all the values filled here, you have to do a total of this sigma X, right? Sigma, if you add all the X, you are going to get sigma X, that is 110.5. Now Y is there, you have to do the summation, you have to add all the Y's. If you do all these things, you are going to get 86.90. and Z, government securities, if you add all these things, you are going to get 59.50. and for beta, if you add all these things, you are going to get 88.70. and for all these things, X square, you are going to get a value of 2097.25. and similarly if you add all the y square, you are going to get a value of 4404.43. so this is what the statistical table which we wanted when we have calculated. Now we shall move on to the first topic asked by this person. He is asking us to calculate reward to variability ratio. Variability ratio means it is a Sharpe ratio or Sharpe performance index. Let us come out with this formula. Before going to do with this Sharpe ratio, we shall come out with return on portfolio, return on market index, and return on beta and risk free rate of return. So I have already told RM means M means market index, R means return. So if you observe return on market index means it is X. You have to take the value of this X as 110.50. Now sigma X is equal to 110.5 and N is equal to, this is 110.5, N is equal to 10. And if you divide this, you are going to get a value of, use calci, 110.5 divided by 10, it is going to be 11.05. Okay, return on market index is 11.5. now return on portfolio means to say that it is return from market mutual fund, right? Observe, now we want sigma y is this one, return on mutual fund, so it is 86.90. sigma y is 86.90 divided by N is equal to 10. So if you divide this, it is going to be 8.69, right? And now it is RF means risk free. So if you observe here in this question, this is risk, this is market index, this is mutual fund, and the risk free is going to be government securities. Government securities written as Z. So now if you take the total of this Z, it is 59.50 sigma Z. .50, N is equal to 10. So if you divide this 59.50 divided by 10, it is going to be 5.95, right? This is the mean of all the informations which is given. Beta P, sigma beta means it is, this is beta 8.70. sigma beta is 8.70 divided by 10. The value is going to be 0.87. Right, this is the information which he has. We need to further calculations. Now we have to calculate a reward to variability ratio. Reward to variability ratio means to say that it is a Sharpe ratio, and I told you it is going to use a standard deviation approach here in case of Sharpe ratio. In case of Trainer's ratio, this standard deviation will be replaced with beta, and we have to calculate Sharpe ratio for two things, that is, one is market index and the other one is mutual fund. So we have to compare this return on market index with a return on portfolio. This is the main thing, and we can say that which stock is better for investment. That is the main agenda over here. So right now let us move further. So RM, return on market index, how much? Here we have calculated just now, 11.05. 11.05 is market index, and risk free rate of return RF just we calculated 5.95 and standard deviation M. Standard deviation M we have not calculated anywhere over here, and we have to calculate it. Okay, similarly we shall replace this return on portfolio. Return on portfolio is return on mutual fund, that is 8.69 we have calculated here, 8.69. Similarly risk free rate of return is 5.95. Okay, and standard deviation P we have not calculated, and this is what we have to calculate right now over here, right? Okay, standard deviation M square equals, so N is equal to how much? It is going to be 10. Sigma x square, please observe x square, here it is there 2097.25, 2097.5, 90,097.25 actually it is 25. Sigma x square, x is how much? It is 110.5, so that we have to write it 110.5. Square should be remaining, and n square, n is 10, so n square is 10. And now we have to further solve this. Now we shall move further. This 10 into 2097.25, 10 into 2097.25 equals 20,972.5. 20,972.5, right? Okay, next one is 110.5 square, 110.5 into 110.5, this is going to be 12,210.25, 12,210.25, and 10 square is 100. Okay, next we shall move further. It is 20,972.5 minus 12,210.25. This is going to be 8,762.25. 8,762.25. Now we have to divide this. 8,762.25 divided by 100, it is going to be 87.6225. 87,625. 87.6225. Now next what we have to do here is, we have a square over here, we have to remove this square. In order to remove this square, we have to bring a root for this. Remove this square and put a root over here, and now we have to remove this root. It is 9 point, please observe, it is 87.6225, and if you take out the remove root, it is 9.36. The value is 9.36 standard deviation M after taking out the root. Similarly, we have to calculate it for standard deviation P as well. This is for market index which we calculated, whereas M is there, and whereas P we are calculating, it is for portfolio. Portfolio means mutual fund portfolio. Now N is equal to 10 and sigma y square is 4404.43. Okay, and next sigma y square sigma y is 86.90 and N is equal to 10, right? Now we shall multiply this value 10 into 4404.43 into 10 equals 44,044.33. 44,044.3. Now it is 86.90 square. 86.90 into 86.90 equals 7,551. 7,551.61. N square, that is 10 square is equal to 100. Now we shall subtract this value 44.3 minus 7,551.61 equals 36,492.69. 36,492.61. It is 69 actually. 69. Okay. Now we shall divide this value divided by 100. 364.9269. 364.9269. And now here we are having square, so what we have to do here is we have to remove that square and we shall add root for that. Okay, standard deviation P equals it is root 364.9269. Now observe, if you take out the root for this 364.9269, it is going to be 19.10. 19.10. Now we have calculated the standard deviation. Standard deviation is calculated, and now we shall use this further. Okay, the formula is here. It is as simple as this. Okay, now we shall continue. So here, in order to calculate this Sharpe ratio, we have calculated this standard deviation also. Standard deviation M, so it is 9.36. 9.36. For standard deviation P, it is 8.06. we just calculated right now. And now we shall come out with the simplification of this. 11.05 minus 5.95 equals 5.1 divided by 9.36, 0.5448, 0.5448. The Sharpe ratio is 0.5448. Similarly, we have to calculate for this 8.69 minus 5.95 equals 2.74 divided by 8.06 equals 0.3399. 0.3399. Now please observe 0.5448 and Sharpe ratio for mutual fund is 0.3399. So which is greater? The market index. According to return to variability ratio, reward to variability ratio, that is Sharpe performance index, market index is better for investment than this mutual fund return. This is one conclusion. Similarly, we have to come out for the volatility ratio. This is variability ratio, that is Sharpe ratio. Now we have to do it for variability ratio. This is quite simple because for trainers ratio we don't need any kind of standard deviation, and it is beta p, and beta we have already got. For the purpose of this calculation of trainers ratio, this is going to be for market index. So right now we have to calculate it, the reward to, it is volatility ratio means trainers ratio. For calculating of trainers ratio we don't need any kind of standard deviation, it is only beta p. That is why I told you this as beta approach, and whereas Sharpe ratio is standard deviation approach. So RM, return on market index, we just calculated few minutes ago, it is 11.05. It is 11.05. Risk free rate of return is RF, which we calculated is 5.95. 5.95. Standard deviation M. My dear friend, please observe here we have only standard deviation. It is beta p. Beta p it is, and we actually want beta m, right? We don't have beta m like that. So I have given a note. Beta m is a beta of market index, and it is always be equal to 1.00. Always beta m is 1.00. Please observe this. This is going to be 1.00. And now what you have to do? You have to simplify this. 11.05 minus 5.95 equals 5.1 divided by 1.00. It is 5.1. 5.1, right? Similarly, we have to do it for trainers ratio. For trainers ratio, RP, return on portfolio, that is mutual fund return, RP is 8.69. 8.69. Risk free rate of return is RF, that is 5.95 for same. Now please observe, this is beta m. Beta m is always 1.00, but this is beta p. Beta p we have calculated here, that is 0.87. Use calculator for calculations. 8.69 minus 5.95 0.95 equals 2.74 divided by 0.87. It is 3.1494. It is 3.14. So if you observe both the things, market index, this is market index and this is mutual fund, this is 5.1 and this is 3.14. which is greater? Market index is greater. We have to comment as per the volatility ratio. According to trainer's ratio, market index performs better than the mutual fund, right? So similarly, I've got 2 more problems, my dear friends, and I want you all people to solve those problems similarly.